Okay, so I hope everyone is clear with the yesterday's example. So if anyone did not practice it, the yesterday's example means so practice by today. Okay. So and how to implement that one? So one more time I will tell you. So just to see. So still if you are having any doubts, so you can refer my example. So today I am doing like some project. So how we have to use that one everything I will explain you in this video. So you can refer this video. So first of all, what we have to create? So first I am creating one new package. So I created one package name called banks. So I created one package name called banks. So inside a bank, first I am creating a class. So what is the class name? Bank is my class name. So I am making this one is a which class? Abstract class. So public abstract class bank. So whatever the requirements, so first I am taking all that requirements. So next I am taking SBI. So next I am taking HDFC. So next I am taking Axis. So everyone, if you perfectly practice it, the yesterday's example means, so today now whatever I am telling, so that easily you can understand. Okay. So now I am creating the main class. So up to now, what are all the concepts we studied? So based on all the concepts, now I am going to create one program. Okay. So first go to the bank. So what are the available transactions in bank? So public, abstract, so void, deposit. So what is the available transactions? So deposit. Next public, abstract, void, withdraw. So these two are the available methods. What are the available methods? So withdrawal method and deposit method. So now I am giving SBI. So SBI is going to extends bank. So SBI is going to extends bank. So now I am giving public void withdraw. What is another method? So public void deposit. So now, so observe the difference clearly. So for both withdrawal and deposit. So for both withdrawal and deposit, so we have to take amount. So amount is a common for both withdrawal and deposit. So that's why I am taking int amount. So amount is my global variable. So we can take amount or we can take balance. So in case if you are having the balance in your bank only, so you can perform the withdrawal and deposit operation. So now in my account I am having so 1 lakh rupee balance. So how much amount I am having the balance? So 1 lakh amount I am having the balance. So now I came to the withdraw. Now I am using the scanner function. So S equals to new scanner. So inside the scanner I am giving system dot. So now what I am doing, so system dot system dot out and println. So enter amount to withdraw. So enter amount to withdraw. So what is the entering? Enter amount to withdraw. So here I am entering int amount. So int amount equals to s dot. So next int. So previous concepts, if you are clear now, you can understand this example. So very easily. So now I am giving EF. So amount. So greater than or equals to 100. So what is the minimum amount to withdraw? So greater than or equals to 100. So if I am having my amount greater than or equals to 100 only, I can withdraw. So here I am giving, so balance equals to, so balance minus amount. So balance equals to balance minus amount. So next I am printing system.out.println. So the amount after withdraw. So amount after withdraw, it has to display balance amount. So amount after withdraw, it will display the balance amount. Or it will print else system.out.println. So invalid amount. Invalid amount. So it will print as an invalid amount. So next, in the same way, I am going to the deposit. So deposit also I am using the scanner. So new scanner. So system.in. So here I am giving system.out.println. So enter amount to deposit. So enter amount to deposit. So I am entering int amount equals to yes dot next int. So now observe differently. Here also I am taking amount. Here also I am taking the amount. So no need to go for the local variable. So directly just I can mention the global variable as a int amount. Okay, so now both everything I am using as a global variable. So now again I am giving. So if amount. So if I want to deposit, so greater than or equals to 1000 rupees. If I am having minimum 1000 rupees, or if I want to give minimum 50 rupees is enough. So now balance equals to, so balance plus amount. So balance equals to balance plus amount. So now I am giving system.out.println. So amount. So after amount after, okay, deposit, amount after deposit. So plus I'm giving balance. Okay. So this is a deposit. So or it will show the else function. So else system.out.println. So invalid amount. Okay. So up to now I hope everyone is clear. So here I mentioned for both withdrawal and deposit. I am mentioning for both withdrawal function and deposit function. So like this we can build our program. So this will tell us as a one small application. So we can tell us as one small banking application. Okay, so I hope up to now everyone is clear. So just I am taking the balance. My balance is 1 lakh rupees. If I enter my amount greater than or equals to 100, so I can withdraw my amount. So next, in the same way, I am going to the HDFC. In the same way, I am going to the HDFC. Now we see, so up to now we see for SBI. So SBI, I have given some internal implementation. So same thing I have to give in HDFC also. I am giving extends bank. So HDFC is also going to extends bank. So no need to write. So whatever here you declare. So same thing you can copy and paste it also. So if you want to write anything, you can write it. So that is your wish. But I am doing copy and paste. But so where I am changing my program means, so I am having the account in both SBI bank as well as HDFC bank. But in HDFC I am having only 1000 rupees. In HDFC, for example, I am having 10,000 rupees. So remaining function everything is same. So same like that I went to Axis Bank. So Axis Bank is also going to Extends Bank. So same program. Same program. So here I am giving my balance is up to 10 lakhs. For example, Axis Bank is having my account 10 lakhs. So but Axis Bank is also extending bank. So now I created a 3 banks. So now I am going to the main function. Now I am going to the main function. So now observe clearly. So the total function how to implement I am going to tell here only. Okay. So first I am creating one object for bank B. So B equals to new SBI. So B equals to new SBI. So B dot. So I am giving withdrawal. So B dot deposit. So again I am giving so B equals to new HDFC. B equals to new HDFC. Again B dot. So withdrawal. So B dot deposit. So again I am having another bank. So B equals to new Axis. So again B dot withdrawal. So B dot deposit. So now once if I execute this program, so first enter amount to withdraw. So 1000. So amount after withdrawal. So what? So 99,000. So it is declared. So next amount after deposit. I am entering like 3000. So amount it is entering deposit. So again it is asking withdraw. So again I am entering some amount. So again it is asking deposit. So now if you are entering like this means, so which one is SBI you don't know. So which one is HDFC you don't know. So everything normally it is executing your output. So if you want to perfectly mention, so which is the SBI account and which is the HDFC account. So we have to use the scanner function. I am using scanner. S equals to new scanner. Inside I am giving system dot in. So next what I am giving, so system dot out dot println. So enter your choice. So before the choice, what I am entering here, I am giving system.out.println. So available banks. Available banks. So just for decorating purpose, I am using. So now I am giving. So first one SBI. So first bank is SBI. So second one HDFC. So third one, what is the third bank I have given? So third bank I have given so Axis Bank. Okay. So now, so it will ask enter your choice. Now I am giving ent choice equals to yes dot next int. Okay. So now I am giving so switch to choice. Switch to choice. So at the end I am closing the switch. So do one thing. So declare this bank outside. So why? Because if I declare inside SBI, it will take only for SBI. If I put here, so it will applicable for each and everything. So now I am giving case 1. Case 1, after case 1, I am using break condition. So next I am mentioning case 2. So after case 2, I am giving break. So next case 3. So case. So now here I am giving so system.out.println. So welcome to SBI Bank. So here I am giving system.out.println. So welcome to HDFC Bank. So here I can give system.out.println. So welcome to Axis. Okay. So now just for demo we'll run one time this one. So now I am giving it run as Java application. See now how it is displaying. So available banks. So what are all the available banks? So SBI is there, HDFC is there, Axis Bank is there. So enter your choice. Now I enter choice 1. So welcome to SBI banking. So it is asking. So enter amount to withdraw. So now I am entering 1000, 10,000. So 90,000. So again it is displaying enter amount to deposit. Now I enter deposit. So after depositing it is printing only SBI properties. So it is printing only which properties? SBI properties only it is printing. So now observe clearly. So once if I come to SBI banking, so again I am having how many options? So again I am having the two options. So one is withdrawal, one is deposit. So I don't want to perform two options at a time. So again if I come to the SBI, so if I give withdrawal, it has to perform only withdrawal option. If I give deposit, so it has to perform only deposit option. So once again if I come to SBI, so how it asked? So on the top how it asked like SBI, HDFC, Axis same like that it has to ask. So welcome to SBI banking. So your available options. So one is deposit, another one is withdraw. If I select withdraw, it has to perform only withdrawal option. If I give deposit, it has to perform only deposit option. So how we can do that one? So how we can do that program? So now we will see. Okay. So how we can see means already we are using one switch condition here. So again internally we have to use the another switch condition here. So switch inside the switch. So the nested conditions we have to use here. So which condition we have to use here? So nested switch conditions we have to use. So switch inside the switch condition we have to use. So switch inside the switch condition is nested switch condition. So again our program will go little bit longer here. Okay. So now I will show you how to execute that. Yeah, okay. So now I will show you. So how to implement the switch inside a switch function. So how to implement the switch inside a switch function. So now you came to SBI here. So now welcome to SBI banking. Okay, now I am giving system.out.println. So available transactions. So available transactions. So what are all the available transactions? So first one is so withdraw. So second one deposit. First one is withdrawal, second one is deposit. So now I am giving system.out.println. So just I am going to design my web page, that's all. So next I am giving so select your option. So int, so option 1 equals to s dot next int. So now here what I am doing, so switch to option 1. So once if you come to the case 1, so again inside the case 1 I am declaring the switch. So now case 1. So case 1 is an withdrawal. So now here I am giving system.out.println. So welcome to withdraw. So after that again I am using the break. So next I am giving case 2. Case 2 I am giving system.out.println. So welcome to deposit. So after that I am closing, and next I am using the break condition. So this is called the switch inside the switch condition. So now once execute this program. So available banks, one is SBI, another one is HDFC, another one is Axis. Now I am giving 1. So what it is displaying? So welcome to SBI banking. So welcome to SBI banking. So available transactions. So what are the available transactions here? So one is withdrawal, another one is deposit. I am selecting withdrawal. So welcome to withdraw. So enter amount to withdraw. So now I want to enter some 20,000. So the amount after withdrawal is 80,000. After that it is going to stop the execution of the program. So like this we can develop our program. So here up to now what are the concepts we studied? So all the concepts. So combinedly we are using here. Okay. So if you want to do another some modifications here. So what are the modifications we can do? We can enter some pin number here. How we can enter the pin number? So once if you come to the SBI, so it will ask. So better, so take string pin equals to. So after welcome to SBI pin, welcome to SBI banking. So give here system dot or we can do here. Wait 1 minute. So now come to the case 1. So now inside the case 1 I am giving. So system.out.println. So enter pin. So now pin I am taking in string. So string pin equals to, just for example I am taking 1 2 3 4. So I am giving if pin dot equals to 1 2 3 4. So open the bracket and put all this transaction. So up to end of the case 1. Up to end of the case 1. So or we can use the else condition. System.out.println. So invalid pin number. Okay. So string, I am taking in a string now. So now execute the program. So first I came to fine. Okay. So everything you are printing now. So just wait. So pin dot equals to 1 2 3 4. Okay, I am only manually here, I am entering the pin number. So just I am taking from user input here. Okay. So now enter your choice. So now see, observe. So enter your choice. So enter pin. So now if I enter my pin number correct only, so it will print the total SBI transactions. So in case now I enter SBI. If I enter wrong pin number, so immediately it will display the invalid pin number. It will display what? Invalid pin number. So like this we can do the modifications in our program. Okay. So now I hope everyone is clear with this example. So now here I performed the operation only for SBI. So same like that. So whenever you are practicing, so you just go and perform for HDFC and Axis Bank. So you go and perform for both HDFC and Axis Bank. So this is some real-time example. So how the real-time project is going to work? So like this only they are going to work the some real-time projects. So we can tell this is like a real-time example of the abstraction, and it is a small project based on the code Java. Okay, so now everyone go and practice this example. So already yesterday I hope you practiced. So now whatever the concept I told, so this concept implement in your program. So everyone, if you clear with this now, so I will tell another different examples based on this one. But everyone has to reply in the group. So yeah, only few people are replying in the group. So everyone after completing your task, so you just send me that pics and you just reply to me. So at the time only I know that you are practicing. Okay. So any doubts is there? So you can text me in the group. Okay.